Hey guys, Jose's DIY here. If your fuel gauge is acting erratic, like for example, if you know you got a full tank of gas and it's showing empty, or if it's empty and it's showing full, then here's a few checks you can do before you determine that it's the gauge cluster on your car. That's most likely not going to be the case. Most of the time it's going to be your fuel level sensor. And unfortunately, this is located in the fuel tank because it's most of the time it's connected to the fuel pump assembly. You can check the coil resistance. I mean, first of all, you can make your visual inspections, make sure nothing is disconnected or anything. Make sure nothing looks burned. Make sure your float arm is not bent. Make sure it's straight. Make sure this is not disconnected, your little floater thingy. But besides the obvious, look tail signs, you can also test the ohm resistance of the fuel level sensor, which is this whole thing here. This is the resistor, and the whole fuel level sensor is this. It includes the whole arm and everything. But you would follow these lines here. So this red line goes to here, and then this little skinny black line goes to here right beside it. So it would be these two in the back. So for me, it would be where these three pins are right here, the closest to me. And it would be the first two, 1, 2. So what you would do is connect a multimeter to it. And you want to set it to this, to ohms, the little horseshoe symbol, 200. You want to have the red one here, VQM, and the black to common. But let me set that up and I'll show you what the readings are supposed to be. I forgot to mention, if you get a really crazy reading on the ohm resistance, make sure your multimeter is working properly. And the way you do it, like I said, 200 ohms, and then you touch the leads together, just like this. And you see the reading? The reading is 1.4, and that's okay. You want to get 0.5, 0.7, but even 1.3 is good. You would just subtract that from the number you're showing up, which for me, that's not a big difference. One ain't gonna make a lot of difference, but that's it, guys. Make sure your multimeter is working good. If not, get you a new one. All right, guys, but this is how the setup would look like. I put an alligator clip just so I would have a stable connection, so I wouldn't have to hold it. But here we go. I'm gonna plug up the other one, and there's the reading, 45.8 ohms. And for this certain one, this is a Denso OEM for my 4G Eclipse. But if you can't find the readings online for this, you can just go to the next big thing, the aftermarket, which would be the Delphi, and they say the numbers is supposed to be 45.8 when it's empty, which that is perfectly. And if you move the lever, it should move linearly, and it's gonna be 7.5 or 7.8 when it's full. So let me show you guys in a minute. All right, guys, I hope you can see from there, but let me connect this back up. There we go. And I'm gonna move up. It should move linearly. Just like that, guys. That is perfect. Go back down. All right, guys, so according to this test I just did, this fuel level sensor is working perfectly, and it is. But because before I replaced this fuel pump, and I just replaced it to be proactive, I mean, it had 230,000 miles the car with this pump, and the fuel gauge was working just fine for me. Like I said, besides that, all you're gonna do is check your connections, make sure everything is nice and tight, make sure this is popped in, make sure your pins are not damaged. If when you connect the leads to it, you don't get a reading, or if it's not stable when it's on empty, or if when you move the little lever thingy, you don't show a reading, or it's just going everywhere, it's not going down linearly, then you know you got a bad fuel level sensor. Guys, I forgot to mention, you can check it without taking it out of the car, but you would have to access the top of the fuel pump module connector, And you would have to know diagrams to know which pins are the ohm resistance for the fuel level sensor. Or you could just, put it on ohm resistance and check all of them. It should only be the ones that control the fuel level sensor are the only ones that are going to give you a reading. Besides that, that's only going to show you the reading of how much gas you have, but you will still have to get online and check how much it's supposed to be when it's empty. And if you have a half a tank, you divide it by 2, and there you go. You got your reading. Make sure it's a stable reading according to your calculations. And you can also rock the car back and forth, and it should be moving. If it's not moving or changing, then you probably got a bad fuel level sensor and that you have to troubleshoot it more and pull it out of the gas tank. But that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe.